today is the day that we finally start digging our footers for our house. What you just saw me do here is I measured out 8 inches over from where this screw is and put another screw in. The reason for that is our footers are going to be 8 inches outside of the actual edge of our slab. So overall, 24-inch footers, 8 inches of that is going to be sticking out. And the reason for that is we need a good, we need a footer for the rock facade that we're going to put in. We put in a rock facade on our shed as a trial experiment, and we really like it. So we're going to do it on our house too, using our very own rocks from our property. I think it's going to turn out better than our shed because we got some pretty good practice on that, and I've got some ideas to maybe try to do a little bit different, but that's down the road. So I got to go around, move all these strings out 8 inches, then we can start marking and digging our footers.
So we pulled the trailer in over here. This dirt here right behind the root cellar is mostly clay stuff, so we're just setting it off to the side. But all this other good material that we brought in, we're gonna put right into the trailer. That way we can drive around over to where the porches are gonna be, and we'll go and dump it over there to kind of extend the pad to have this good material under those porches.
So Natalie decided to dig the trenches by hand.
Oh yeah.
She's so excited and can't wait for me to get back on it. So she got the shovel and
It's true. I wanted to do some of my own digging.
or she's trying to dig up a pipe that is just at 24 inches. That pipe.
That we do not want to hit with the backhoe.
Yeah, she doesn't trust me.
I do.
You do?
I do.
Oh, you do. I don't know. I'm
Better safe than sorry, though.
still a novice at this. Better safe than sorry. So she's actually, there's a little bit of mostly loose material there.
Yeah.
Near the top of that pipe. But I'm gonna move around to the other side. You're almost done with that anyway.
Yep. I'm close.
So we just started our footers, and right off the bat we have an issue that we need to address, which I'm doing right now. So as you know, we're going to do radiant floor heating, and in order for that to work well enough, you need to insulate under your slab. Originally I wanted to do a type of foil. It's kind of like a bubble foil. There's this thing called Eco Foil or Prodex, which both of them say you can put them under the slab. But what they don't say is that they're not very good for being under the slab. So I dug in a little bit to make sure that was the right choice last night, and found some online forums where everyone says do not do that because that radiant foil insulation doesn't work very well when you bury it. So we are going we're going to do the more expensive route, the more traditional route with 2-inch foam board. So that means I've got to widen our trenches a few inches, which is fine because we just got started. This is really all I have to fix right here. I'm doing it with the scraper because backhoe's tricky to get into this area, as I explained earlier. It's kind of got trees around in the root cellar, but it's going pretty fast. I'm already halfway through in 30 minutes in, so not a big deal.
We've decided to finally fix this last adapter and put a new tooth on. We're kind of having problems trenching and making a nice clean corner at the bottom of the trench because of this last one that's missing.
And it's resulting in extra work for the boss.
For me, I am following Jacob behind the backhoe and cleaning out that last corner all the way down the trench. So when I said we decided, it means I decided, and I told Jacob that he had to do this. We're hoping we put on these all 4 teeth and then it can just make a clean edge with the backhoe instead of me coming back through with the shovel.
It will. It'll make a cleaner corner down in the bottom of the trench instead of a rounded one. Right. Where, we're trying to get 24 inches down there. So it's time. So here's the adapter, the new one.
Yep.
You can see it's still, so basically the old one broke off. About halfway through where the pin goes there, this part broke off. Here's the old adapter, and that's the new one. So I gotta do lots of cutting to get this off, and then this will slide in its place, kind of like so, and I gotta weld it all back on. It's kind of a task. Takes a little bit of time.
But I think it will be worth it to get those clean edges instead of having to shovel all the edges of the trenches.
It will, and it'll help when we need to make the trench like an inch or 2 wider. It'll help to have that tooth on there to help scrape the side off as well. So what that means is I'm putting our other set of teeth on because I only have 3 of this type, which is my favorite because the pins stay in much longer, whereas the pins fall out a lot on these because the hole is bigger. But it's not very rocky, so it should hold. And I know someone's going to tell me weld the teeth on. I disagree, because every time you weld something, you're messing with the steel. You professional welders out there, help me out, but basically it ends up making this more brittle, so it'll be more prone to breaking. Actually, it may hold it on better for a while, but in the long run, it's not good for the life of the tooth. So, got a little bit of work here. All right, so we got the teeth back on the backhoe bucket here. We got that adapter welded on. My hands are full of oil stuff because I went ahead and changed the oil on this thing. Gotta keep up on maintenance. So this adapter is welded in very well. I filled in right here against this corner, basically copying whoever did the same thing on this side. It's filled in for extra strength. I mean, if you can imagine the amount of force that is put on the bucket in this area, it's a lot. It's enough to snap the adapters like we've done a couple times now. So we're going to go head over to the house pad. We've got some integral footers to put in that are shown on our print. Those are on the inside area of the house. We're going to go lay those out and we'll explain what exactly they're for. That doesn't look bad. All right, we got our integral footers laid out. So let's go through them real quick. Right here, you'll see right away a big footer. This is for our masonry heater. If you don't know what a masonry heater is, think of it like a fireplace, but it's a magical fireplace, whereas it is much more efficient. Something we'll get into later when we're actually building it. It's heavy, so it needs a footer. We've got a little footer here. This is going to be helping to support the second floor that goes over the kitchen. And back here, we have 2 other footers here. This is where the hallway is, and also another place where the second floor stops. So that's what they're for, to help support the second floor. And this one is a column that's going to go up and support the ridge beam all the way up at the top of the roof, which is like 25, 27 feet. I can't remember. Anyway, that's what that one's for. So we've got these all marked out. We can dig them out, and then we can go back to finishing the outer perimeter of footers. And we wanted to get these ones out of the way because we can get to them right now. So that's the plan. What are you doing? What are you doing on my straw? Huh? Nothing? That's for the chickens, man. You silly.
Right away, using the backhoe to dig these tiny footer holes is not going to work. The bucket is just too big, so to like scoop it out just doesn't work out. So Jacob's got the 4-wheeler trailer. He's going to kind of scratch at it with the bucket, and then I am going to shovel the dirt into the 4-wheeler trailer.
Did you tell them how difficult it is for me to get a scoop?
Yes.
I'd be digging a much bigger hole if I curled that bucket too far. So all I can do is, that's
Yeah.
it, just scratch it.
So, more digging for me.
I'm sorry.
But he'll at least scratch at it to loosen
If you'd
it.
learn how to run it.
I know, maybe I should.
I don't care about shoveling. Shovel all day.
I don't mind shoveling.
But this is kind of important, so I think I should.
Yeah, this is not the time for me to learn to run the hoe. Someday I will do it.
so glad we took the time to fix that backhoe tooth. Even though I'm still falling behind Jacob and kind of fine-tuning things, it's just little shavings here and there just to kind of clean things up a little bit instead of like digging stuff out. So totally worth it. So glad we took the time to do that. We're making good progress on these trenches and we'll be done soon.
All right, we are done with the footers for now. We're 99% done. I've got this one right here that I stopped short, and then that one I stopped short. So the corner right here is left open so that I could still get equipment up on the pad because we got more trenching to do for utilities, plumbing, electrical, water lines. Overall, the footers went really smooth. We only pulled out one small boulder, if it can even be called that. This little guy. That was it. So our preparation months ago in making this, removing the minefield of boulders here has helped a lot. I guess there's one small issue, one boulder that is probably a Volkswagen. Right here in the corner, it's not coming out. So we'll just jackhammer that one, jackhammer it down level. If we weren't putting the 2 inches of foam down here, I'd probably just leave it and cement it in with the house, right? It would just be part of the foundation. But it's kind of in the way for our foam board. No problem. We'll jackhammer that out. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on Sunday.